Before getting into the main point of this video, bonsai as an investment, we need to make a premise. Money loses value over time, and so do most investments. This phenomenon is known as inflation, which measures the price of goods and services over time. In simple terms, inflation is a rise in prices. When inflation increases, prices for goods and services rise faster than their usual rate. As the U.S. Bank declares, inflation also affects investment returns in financial products. Rising inflation erodes the purchasing power of a bond's future coupon income, reducing the present value of its future fixed cash flows. Accelerating inflation is even more detrimental to longer-term bonds, given the cumulative impact of lower purchasing power for cash flows received far in the future. Generally speaking, things depreciate over time, and investments are no exception. Think, for instance, about investing in a house. If no external factors come into play, such as a revaluation of the area, the opening of a shopping mall nearby, or a celebrity that moves next door, the house will just be older after a certain period. Because of this, you can expect to sell this at a lower price than you have paid. Another factor we need to mention when discussing overtime investments is volatility. Volatility is a measure of how much the price of an asset fluctuates. Volatility can be high or low, and it can have positive or negative implications for investors. This can make it uncomfortable to hold that investment during that period. Volatility has different implications for investors, depending on their outlook and objectives at any given time. High volatility is generally considered negative in all circumstances, while lower volatility is generally positive. For obvious reasons, volatility is often associated with the stock market. But unlike most other products, bonsai is unique and tends to appreciate value over time. As bonsai is a hobby that has been popular for centuries, its prices can be volatile and may not fluctuate that much based on market demand. Hey, everyone! Before we continue with the video, I have an exciting announcement for you. Have you ever wanted to gain valuable investing insights and financial advice from renowned financial experts? Well, now you can with the Best Stocks newsletter. By subscribing to the Best Stocks newsletter, you'll have the opportunity to discover innovative investment ideas that you may have never considered before. Our team of experts carefully curates stock recommendations by aggregating signals from the highest-paying programs on the web. And guess what? We even give away free stocks. We recently gave our newsletter subscribers 5 Apple stocks valued at $859, and we have more exciting giveaways coming up soon. Bonsai trees can range greatly in price, with the most expensive types costing hundreds of thousands of dollars, while the cheapest ones can be purchased for under $30. A small plant or pre-bonsai might fall within the lower end of the price range, while a mature, well-trained bonsai could cost $10,000 or more. Overall, the cost of a bonsai purchase can range depending on the size, age, and quality of the tree. Older bonsai trees can be more expensive than newer ones because of the time and effort that went into creating them. However, there's more to a bonsai tree than its price tag and age. Whether a bonsai is cheap or expensive, old or young, it all comes down to how well it has been cared for. The main factors influencing the price of a bonsai include its size, age, and the type of tree from which it has been trained. Smaller trees tend to be cheaper than larger ones because they require less maintenance and are less expensive to purchase. Bonsai trained for longer will also usually be priced higher than those recently repotted and trimmed. Age and quality are the main qualities your bonsai should have to give you a higher investment return. The plant species play a large factor when talking about quality. For example, you can expect a black pine or maple to have a much higher value than a ficus given the same age and plant conditions. Just as a reference, let's see how age influences the price of your bonsai. You can purchase one-year-old bonsai plants at a nursery store for anywhere from $5 to $20. These younger plants are typically less expensive than more mature bonsai trees, but they require long time and care to train into fully formed bonsai. A 7-year-old plant costs on average around $100. Keep in mind that this is the typical age you would start styling your bonsai, so we assume that little work has been done on these plants. Because of it, it's not surprising that they are sold for such a low price. A 12-year-old pre-bonsai would cost around $250. See how I'm referring to those as plants or pre-bonsai, because at this age, the plant has not yet the maturity needed to be called bonsai. The term bonsai is normally used for plants over 20 years of age. With a 20-year-old bonsai would cost around $600. A 35-year-old bonsai would cost around $5,000. A 60-year-old bonsai would cost around $19,000. A 150-year-old bonsai would cost around $150,000. We surveyed 20 bonsai experts to discover the key to maximizing the value of a bonsai. Most experts agree that buying old, unattractive pre-bonsai trees is a good way to do so. These trees are hard to come by due to their age and are often less expensive than more styled bonsai trees. While they may not look appealing at first, but when they're styled and transformed into beautiful bonsai within a couple of years can easily skyrocket in price. The transformation process significantly increases the ROI compared to buying a well-styled bonsai and reselling it a few years later. So let's compare a bonsai investment to a stock investment. If you'd invested $1,000 in Tesla Inc. on January 2, 2019, today the investment would be worth $7,599.51. The annual rate of return, 59.11%. Total increase, 659.95%. Total profit, $6,599.51. If you'd invested $1,000 in the S&P 500 on January 2, 2019, today the investment would be worth about $1,500, 50.363% return on investment. If you'd invested $1,000 in bonsai, today the investment would be worth about $1,450. So here's the verdict. While bonsai investments may outperform the S&P 500 in some cases, they may not beat high-value stock bets. However, investing in bonsai can provide non-financial benefits that can be just as rewarding as monetary gains. For many bonsai enthusiasts, the joy of seeing a tree grow and develop over time can be priceless. A sense of satisfaction and accomplishment comes with caring for a living thing and watching it thrive under your care. Bonsai can also provide a therapeutic escape from the stresses of daily life. The art of bonsai requires patience, attention to detail, and a certain level of creativity, all of which can benefit mental health and well-being. Tending to a bonsai tree can be a calming and meditative activity that can reduce stress and promote relaxation.